My name is Kehinde Olorunyomi now. I'm an actor. I'm a screenwriter with over 60 movies to my credit. And I'm now a director too. It wasn't that difficult. I think first of all because I have an awesome co-producer and executive producer who is my husband, Adeomi Odukoya. And I think because I worked with people who made it very easy for me. As a first-time director, it was very easy to tell them to do this and do that, and they went along with me. So I think it wasn't that difficult, juggling all 4 roles together. Okay, maybe over time I may not be involved in the production aspects, but acting is my first love. And then as for the writing, maybe after a while I might get tired of writing so many scripts like I still do now. But acting is my first love, and I think I love directing. I have tried it now, and I think it has come to stay with me. I think first of all, I don't see it as a competition for me. It's passion, it's what I love doing, and I think I have tried directing like I said, and I love it. I think the moment I start to see it as a competition for me, I begin to go overboard, trying and over-trying, and I might end up overdoing. So I think I'm just going to focus on what I am called to do and do it. But not to say that I do not admire these women who have started directing before me. I admire them. Good. Acting started for me as a young child, when you do plays in school and all that. But then, at a point in life, I started criticizing. You watch young people and say, oh my God. And my uncle looked at me one day and said, if you can do it, go out there and do it. Why are you just saying, oh my God? And that was how I started. I started with everyday people. Tajuddin Adekwetu, he gave me my first break. I'm forever grateful for that. And after that time, it's been on and on, but I think what really gave me that recognition was Domino, when I played Oscar's wife, Stella. So it's been a long time. It's been challenging. It's had its ups and downs. Acting is sometimes funny. Sometimes you think you're supposed to be at this level, and then you realize that you're here because of some certain reasons, positive, negative. So, but I'm holding on. I think I've been here for 16 years, so I'm still here. I wouldn't say I am unique, even though I believe that every human being is unique in his or her own way. But considering acting, I wouldn't say I'm unique. I would say that I have my talents, I have my strengths, majorly. So I think that every actor has where he or she fares better. So maybe over the years, I am beginning to understand myself better, and it's kind of working for me. So I've had reasons why I've had to stand back a bit from acting. Maybe when I went to have my child, and you know, that whole time and that whole period. But then I've been doing it slow and steady. I may not be everywhere, but I think I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I wouldn't say I'm one of the underrated actors, even though I wouldn't say I'm one of the underrated actors. Why? Because I haven't put myself out there so much. Like I said, I've been at the back doing several things. Like when I had my child, I had to step back. I was writing scripts for people, and I was content there. So, but I think now it's time for me. My son is 4 years old, so I think it's time for me to come out of my shell and be who I am called to be and be who I want to be. So I think I have all the time for myself now. I wasn't being selfish at some point. I had to share the love, share my time with family and all that. But right now, my husband is very supportive of me, and family is supportive of me. So I think I can do what I want to do now. And really, it has been positive. I've been getting calls and all that. Couples Award is a movie about two families, but it focuses on the women. It's about an elitist woman who finds out that the other woman, her neighbor, is carrying her husband's child, and so she sets out to convince her husband to let them take the child after the child is born. It has its twists and its turns. I do, to an extent. No, I don't believe that. I'm sorry, I know so many people will hate me for that. I don't believe that, because if we were equal, I think God would have created us first and removed our ribs and created the man. I don't believe that we are equals, but at some level, I believe that we should be treated same way as men. It's different from being equals. If we're talking about profession and all that, yes, we should be treated fairly, the same way. But when we say equal, like what a man can do, I can do. Yes, to an extent. But I cannot impregnate myself. I need a man's sperm to impregnate myself. So I believe in this feminism thing, but some people take it overboard and it irritates me. I'm like, oh please, let's stand up for women. I am one to stand up for women, but we are not equal. I think when I started my career, I faced some challenges that we have spoken about over and over and over again in Nollywood. I wouldn't want to go into it again, but maybe because I'm just a woman and that's how God created us. Men are attracted to women. But when you say challenges in terms of having the same amount a man has to produce a film, and then I say I'm facing some certain challenges, no. As long as I have that, I'm talking about Nollywood now, as long as I have the same equal amount of money that a man has, nothing is stopping me. And I don't think people relate to you based on that okay, because you're just a woman, you won't get those cinema times that you should get. Because you're just a lady, we will not push your film out there, because no. When I started 16 years ago, when I started, I faced that. You get to some places and some people say, where are Yoruba? You're not Igbo. Okay. And at some point it would dampen you. So you even get to places. There was a popular actor, a friend of mine, who told me that, I would not mention his name, who told me that I needed to change my name to get somewhere. But I'm here, I'm standing. I have 6 films that I'm so proud of. 6 films that people call me every day to tell me how much they love it. I'm here. Yes, I think the reason why some people call auditions and then they don't use these people who came for the audition is because they want that popularity, they want that publicity for the film they intend to do. Because once you call for an audition, that's the truth. The movie will be on everybody's lips. Are you going for this audition? Oh, they called for an audition, and then they end up table casting. It's wrong. If you want publicity as a producer or director, pay for it. No need to go through the back door or trickery, as they call it. Just pay for it. Yes, I think most of them are, but they don't see it that way. They feel that that's their strength. I said something about your strength. Some people as actors, they play certain roles better, and they don't even try to go out of that character to another one, maybe because they're comfortable with that character. So you always see that person as the wicked mom, the wicked stepmom. No, it's just easier for the director, instead of racking his brain over who can do this better, and they don't want to waste time. Time is of the essence when we're shooting. We haven't gotten to that stage in Nollywood where we can afford to shoot for months and months and months. We haven't gotten to that stage. We're praying to get to that stage. Most of us shoot for 2 weeks, some 10 days, some even, I hear, 3 days. I haven't been on such a location before, but I hear that it's there. I don't blame them. It's finance. Every day, time is money. So because of that, some directors just say, please get me this person. We have seen he or she play this role before. We don't need to start doing all that. So it's that. I think Nollywood is paying attention to its viewers now, what the viewers want, what we yearn for. I'm also a viewer because I watch so many Nollywood films. I support Nollywood every time, every day. So I think that is what Nollywood is doing now. And then we are taking our time to do beautiful movies, tell beautiful stories. So I think that's what we're doing now. That's totally different. Before it was just go out there, make your money. Either way, it's the post site to sell. But the audience, they want something different, something fresh, something that is grown, mature. I don't know what to say to that. I was talking with an old friend. Because when we say old Nollywood, new Nollywood, some people see me as the new Nollywood. Especially kids who never watch Domino, who never watch Everyday People and all that. They see me as the new Nollywood because of the kind of films I even do now that are kind of modern. But it's there, it's silent. It's silent. And even behavior-wise, even it's there, it's silent, unfortunately. There's no, for me, the gap is not that huge. Put yourself where you want to be. You put yourself as a colleague, from a colleague to a colleague, put yourself where you want to be. If you want to be the new Nollywood, you like the glamour, and you like some other things there, put yourself there. If you want to be the old Nollywood for certain reasons, put yourself there. Do films that will make you feel like the old Nollywood. But that being said, I think even the old Nollywood and new Nollywood, they are working together these days. And you see a film that has a blend of both, and you love it. So, but from a colleague to a colleague, put yourself where you want to be. If you want to be a new Nollywood, act like the new Nollywood. Oh yes, it is. I say something, I say film business, it's like drug money. Today you are poor. Tomorrow you are singing 30 million in the account, 70 million in the account. Just do your homework. Make sure that you're satisfying your viewers, those who would watch it. Make sure you have the right storyline. It's like drug money for some people. Like I said, I think for everything in life, there's time. I had to sit back at some point to make my family whole. Have a child, tend to the child. You can't take these things away. Even in Hollywood, they do it. But I think the difference is most of them have wonderful publicists, wonderful PR people who bring them back as though they just went for the weekend. So I think so many people are bothered about that. They do so many things in the heat of the moment just to remain there, to be on everybody's lips every day. You can't be like that. There's a time you have to rest. Even they say when God created the heavens and the earth, on the seventh day he rested. So there are certain days, but I think that is what is causing it. Everybody wants the whole glamour. You're not thinking of family. It's about me, me, me. Sometimes you take that me away. You think about other people. It's unfortunate. I see marriages going down the drain. Yes, some people get married for different reasons. Glamour, like I say. You want it to be that, oh, I'm with that. And after a while, you're complaining. It's unfortunate. But for some other people, they didn't know it happened like that. And then they have to dance to the music. And for some people, like the Yorubas say, I for what fun. So, but not to say that marriages don't break outside Nollywood, they do. So let God just be with us. Okay, first of all, I know for some people they say it every time, say, but it's God. It's God. God is the bane of our relationship, number one. Number two, it's understanding. Understanding him and he understanding me, and giving respect is crucial in marriage. Respect is crucial in marriage. You get to a point where you are like, you know that if I say this, I'm disrespecting that person. People forget it. You see, the one they are used to each other. It doesn't matter. No. There are certain times my husband knows that I want to be treated as if we are dating. Don't treat me like Yalomoko. No. So that's just it. I think we should spice the relationship up every time we have that time to do it. And respect is crucial. What I wouldn't take, I wouldn't do to you. It's crucial. It wasn't the marriage, it was the child that held me back at some point. It wasn't the marriage. Like I said, my husband is very supportive. Very supportive. He wants me to go out there and do things. I go on locations for sometimes 6 days, and he's there with my son. So it wasn't marriage that slowed me down, it was the child. We have support from family, we have help, and so it's easy for us to juggle it, but he's mostly with family. He's mostly with family, so that's the way we've been able to move around together. We're like Siamese twins. So many people, when they see me, they look out for him. Where is he? So. There's nobody that God cannot change. That's the honest truth. But my sister, when he's squeezing your neck and you are feeling the life come out of your body, space. Give each other space and pray from where you are. Give him time. If he is totally unchangeable, my dear, leave. Leave. It's not a do or die affair. It's not a do or die affair. I see so many people, we've heard so many people go down that path and then we're walking on their graves. But I know that there's nobody God cannot change. But when you have prayed and you have behaved yourself too as a human being, and he's just violent for no reason, leave that marriage. You don't deserve to die for anybody, any human being. I won't base it on a particular gender. I've seen women who are extremely violent and they begin to hit and punch, and their punches sometimes it is so hard it feels as if it's a man punching a man. It's just normal for the other person to retaliate. It's normal, but I won't base it on gender, that it's women that cause that violence. Some people are naturally, they are violent. It's inborn. So it's just the same way it applies to a man, it applies to a woman. So, but I wouldn't say that females are the cause of violence, It's hard. It's hard. I'll just leave it at that. It's hard. It can't happen. My husband cannot happen. I serve a living God. And if you try it as a babe out there, I will stand on the Bible and curse you. You'll be crippled before morning. It cannot happen. Let's just leave it at that. It can't. Yes, Couples Award will be in cinemas from November 10th. And we want it to come in your thousands. Come and support us. Show me the same love you have shown me on social media. I have Kate Henshaw on board. I have Ben Rajibade. I have Regina Chukwu. I have Frankincense H.A. Ben. Come out and support us. It's a film that you will not regret watching. It has its education. It has its message. It is interesting. It's lovely, lovely. It's totally different from what you've seen. I know people will say, oh, please, we've heard that before, but it is. It's different. And you get to know when you watch it. I would appreciate the support. Thank you. Yes, we're cooking something right now, which is, I don't want to spill the beans, but it's in Nigeria and somewhere else. So we're cooking something big, something good, with those actors that you love very much. If you want to come into Nollywood, you want to be a filmmaker, you want to be an actor, you want to be a writer, you want to be a director, just focus. Focus, tell good stories. That is what people want to watch these days. We don't want to watch trash. Good stories, focus, do quality productions. Nollywood has gone beyond all that slapstick, just churn it out and give it to them. No, people know what they want now. Nollywood is on the map right now, home and abroad. So come out, do something that has quality, something that will be on the shelf for a very long time, and then you'd get there. Nigerians want to watch, they want varieties. I don't believe that. I'm not of that school of thought where you say because, oh, this film came out, it was comedy, it sold out, I must do comedy. No, I don't believe that. I know that people still want variety. They want to watch different things. Yes, comedy might sell at that moment because people want to laugh. But it doesn't mean that if you do drama, it won't sell. No. I'm speaking for Nigerians. I'm in Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian and a filmmaker. I think people want variety. So long as the film is good and it has a good storyline, they watch it. Oh, yes. My name is Kehinde Olorunyomi. I'm an actor, writer, director. Keep watching Broadway TV.